Today I'm going to be showing you how to graph supply and demand and illustrate what happens when there is rent control. Just a reminder that the law of demand illustrates when the price goes up, demand for a product goes down, and vice versa. As the price goes down, demand for a product goes up. Supply works the other way. As the price goes up, suppliers are able to produce more. As the price goes down, suppliers are willing and able to produce less. Let's start with a simple example of housing. In a large city, the price is determined based on the normal law of supply and demand. If the price is set too low, the supply of housing will be here, but the demand for it will be high. People will look at this low price and want more of this type of housing. However, if the price is set too high, up here, let's change colors. If the price is set up here, then the demand right here will be low because it's so expensive, but the supply will be high because suppliers will want to supply it. In either situation, you have a problem. Down here, you're going to have what's called a shortage, where the demand is greater than the supply. In this situation, you're going to have a surplus, where the supply is greater than the demand. In this same situation of housing, in either situation where there's a high price or a low price, the market will move its way towards the center, called equilibrium. Equilibrium is where supply and demand are equal, and there is no shortage and no surplus situation. The price will gradually make its way towards that equilibrium as basically a trial and error. Figures out what the market price should be. So this would be price equilibrium, and this would be quantity equilibrium. In the case of rent control, the government sets certain limits for the amount that you can charge for an apartment to try to let low-income people have good housing. So what they do is they set a maximum price that you can charge for an apartment. So if they do that, they set it here at P1, which creates a shortage situation where the quantity supplied is less than the quantity demanded. In a normal situation with no rent control, you would have the normal laws of supply and demand working, where suppliers would see this shortage and start charging more because the demand is so high. So they would start bumping their price up and slowly move up here towards equilibrium. As the price started to creep up, the demand would start going down because people would not be able to afford to live there, and it would create an equilibrium. But because of rent control, this price gets stuck right here, and we end up with a situation of shortage because of those government interventions.